Namaskar. Welcome back to the example number 4 for the event Progeny Prospects. In this example, we discussed a male chart in the previous video. With the help of the EPS tables, we studied the destiny and also timing of event of the progeny. The native got married in one Dasa Bhukti. That Bhukti Lord was not strong enough for the conception. It has got some weakness. So because of that, that Bhukti Lord did not favor. Only in the next Bhukti only, it was favorable for the pregnancy and followed by the delivery. So now the same chart we are going to study with the help of the PILT table, how far the key planets were, supportive in the PILT table to find the destiny and also timing of periods. Now let us examine the PILT table of this chart. Example number 4, timing of childbirth, conception in favorable Bhukti. We are going to study this chart with the help of the PILT table. Now let us examine the PILT table of this birth chart. This is the birth chart of that male husband chart of the example number 4. Now we are going to study the PILT table for the progeny prospects and the delivery. So let me select the self-significators and let me choose EPS colors and keep check all. Keep planets check all. Now we have to check the destiny. Fifth lord is Venus. That itself is blue because it is having some mixed significators 12 and 12. So because of that, it has given blue color. Please understand, as I normally said that the colors have been given according to our understanding. The planet has got good signification along with some obstacles. We can give blue color, or sometimes only less obstacles we can give light green also. It is having both favorable and unfavorable strongly present, we can give pink also. So according to our understanding, we can give the colors, but we keep open that self-signification table. It will be more useful in finding the significations of each planet for the reference, because in the PILT table, we will not be able to see the self-signification, but we can see that if you keep the cursor on that particular planet, we can see the self-signification. But keeping that self-signification table always open, that will be more useful for our easy reference. Now we have to check the destiny. Fifth lord is Venus. Venus itself has got some obstacles. That is why it is given blue color. And Venus in the star of 2A level sun is good planet. So that way, that star level planet are favorable for the Venus. And sublord planet is Mercury, that is pink. Mercury is pink means it is got one Lagna lord on second sublord and 4826 in the CL, OCC, and CST, and it represents Rahu is a very good key planet. So because of that, Mercury representing Rahu is strong, so that is favorable. Star level planet Sun, that Sun is 3 and 7. It is not very strong, but not unfavorable, no unfavorable, but it is supportive. Definitely 3 and 7 are favorable for the progeny. And it is not having the 5th house or 11th house or 2nd house, but still 3 and 7 are good. So these planets are good only. And you can see in supports, our strong favorable key planet Rahu and Mars. Mars is given blue, but Mars is the 5th cuspal sublord and 11th lord. Because of the 6 and 4, it is given blue. But primary cuspal sublord key planet, destiny planet Mars, that is playing role for the Mercury planet. You can see Mercury having got this Mars. So you can see Venus has got all green planets, and Sun has got Rahu also, important key planet, and 2A level also same way. Mercury also having Rahu and also Sun and Mars, and Mercury in the star of Mars itself. So 5th lord, though it is having some weakness, star level and sub level having got good key planets and followed by all the good key planet in its supports. And let us check the 5th cuspal sublord. 5th cuspal sublord Mars. Fifth cuspal sublord Mars is fine, supported by Ketu and Rahu in supports. But Mars in the star of Moon is having second lord is good, but 6, 4, 8, 2 and 4, 8, 12 and 6 cuspal sublord is weak. So it is got weakness at the star level along with the second lord. But that moon is in the star of Ketu, that Ketu is favorable, seventh occupant and ninth cuspal sublord. So unfavorable are reduced by the 2 level planet, and you can see Ketu is forming ruling also, and favorable strong key planet Mars itself is playing role at the supports, and Rahu also playing. So you can see Ketu, Mars is forming ruler link, Ketu is forming ruler link, and Rahu also it is having. So the fifth cuspal sublord in the star of a planet which has got some weakness, but that weakness is reduced by the 2 level planet and also support planet in support. That two primary cuspal sublord planet Mars is forming ruler link, and Rahu also present, and Ketu also forming ruler link. And sublord planet is Venus. Venus is also a good key planet, though it is blue color, because Venus is the fifth lord. We know that all good houses, and Venus is there, having got Ketu, Sun, and Rahu in its supports. That is good. And Venus is in the star of Sun again. It means what? Despite some weakness at the star level, Moon, it is present. So otherwise, it is favorable for the progeny. So the delay is indicated by the star lord Moon, but other planets are favorable. So destiny is favorable for the progeny, and the important key planets of the destiny are the Mars, Ketu, Venus, and what do you call Rahu. They are the strong favorable key planets, right? So and the Sun also. So, but unfavorable key planet is exclusively Moon. So, Moon is the unfavorable key planet which is weakening the fifth cuspal sublord. So, Dasa Lord, we have to check the Dasa Lord should be free from this unfavorable key planet Moon. And if the Moon is present at the that rulers of the Dasa Lord and Bugdi Lord, it will cause obstacles, and it will cause troubles also. So now we have to check the Dasa Lord. The native got married during that Sun Mahadasa. Sun Mahadasa, the native got married. Sun Mahadasa, Rahu Bugdi, native got married. Sun is good, or all levels are green color, that is good, and sub-level is Venus also good. Venus is the one of the destiny's favorable key planet, that is Venus is the fifth lord and good key planet. Venus also forming ruler link to all levels. That way, I mean, it has got all the planets connected to the Venus, and the Sun is also having Rahu, and Rahu, all are playing role. So that way, Sun planet has got the Venus in supports, Venus sublord and Venus in supports, and Rahu also strongly playing role. And it is not having the Moon in its ruler. That way, Sun Dasa is favorable. Now, within that Sun Dasa, which Bugdi the native got married in? Rahu Bugdi. Rahu is one of the key planet, that is fine, but source is fine. Star level planet is Jupiter. It is having some weakness. Look at the Jupiter. 7, 10, 4 and 1 and 10. It is having some weakness. So Rahu in the star of Jupiter as a Bugdi Lord, it is indicating some weakness. That Bugdi Lord Jupiter is weak and also having got Moon in its supports. So that is indicating some weakness. It is not strong enough. So Dasa Lord Sun, Bugdi Lord Rahu is not strong enough. It needs some strong Bugdi free from the that unfavorable key planet, especially at the star level. So now after Rahu, then Jupiter Bugdi is starting. Here Rahu, Jupiter, Venus. Sorry, Rahu, Jupiter, Rahu. Here Jupiter, Rahu, Jupiter. Because they are in star exchange. Jupiter is, okay, it is weak at the middle level, so second level, important star level. But Jupiter at the first level is fine. But star level planet is Rahu, our strong favorable key planet. Rahu is playing role in supports of the Dasa Lord. And Rahu is playing role here. And that Rahu is also having that Mars. You can see Mars, our primary cuspal sublord key planet, is playing role for Rahu in the star level, and also sub level also having got Mars. So, and Ketu is the sublord, and star lord of the sublord is Sun. Ketu and Sun, you can see Sun is playing role at important levels, all levels, the sublord, and Sun is playing role at the last level, but Ketu is, supportive. Ketu representing Jupiter. So Jupiter is also playing role here. Jupiter is only at the sub level it is playing, but Jupiter is also a good key planet, but on the unfavorable side, right? Jupiter at the source it is present, but it is also forming ruler link to the last level, and to a level also Jupiter. So Jupiter is having weak significations, forming ruler link to the sub-level also it is weak. But that if you look at the ruler, star level is good, sub-level is good, and importantly that Mars is playing at the supports and making that star level and sub-level planet supportive with the cute key planet. And moreover, Ketu in the star of Sun, another favorable key planet. So when compared to Rahu, Jupiter also having some weakness, but when compared to the Rahu, that Jupiter's star level and sub level are favorable. That way, under Sun Mahadasa, Jupiter Buddhi, it is supportive for the pregnancy. So that Sun is playing role as a good key planet. Sun has got Rahu in its support. Rahu itself is the star lord, and also Ketu is playing roles. That way it is favorable when compared to Rahu. The only weakness at the Rahu is star lord Jupiter is unfavorable. It is mixed. It is not supportive to the progeny prospects. That Jupiter is playing at the source is fine, also influencing the other levels, but other level planet is all supportive. That Ketu also forming ruler link to the source level, effect level, and to a level. That is also supportive, and importantly, star level and sub level are getting the Mars, primary cuspal sublord key planet. So Mars is present. So that way it is good. Rahu is good, Mars is also good. So Sun Dasa, Jupiter Bugdi is favorable for the pregnancy. So now in Sandasa, Jupiter Bugdi, in which antra that native can that native's wife can get conceived, or native get the pregnancy for the wife can start. In which period? His period is supportive for such initiation of the pregnancy. Sandasa and Jupiter Bugdi. So in Sandasa, Jupiter Bugdi, which are the strong favorable key planets? Of course, that Sun is playing role, and Rahu we have to keep it in mind, and Mars we have to keep it in mind, right? So now in the Sun Bugdi, Jupiter Bugdi, which antra is free from the unfavorable and having got these favorable key planets? Saturn is not good, and Mercury also not so good. Both are having the star level, Mars are good only, but sub-level planet here also, and Mercury also having weakness, so they are not strong enough for the conception. Then the only planet we can see whether Ketu or Venus. Under Jupiter Bugdi, Ketu, all levels are good and sub-level is fine, sub-lord, and Moon is playing at the last level. That is the one weakness. But whereas Venus is not having the Moon in its ruler, and moreover that Venus has got the good connection to the Bugdi Lord. What is the Bugdi Lord? Bugdi Lord is Jupiter. Jupiter is in the sign of Venus only. So that Venus, if you look at the signification of Venus, fifth lord. So that Ketu is occupying seventh house and representing Jupiter. So more than this, Venus is good, and star level Sun, and Mercury is the sublord. Mercury is having mixed signification, but Lagna Lord having got Mars and Venus, Sun, or all are playing role here. That way it is good. So for the Antara, for the conception to take place, Jupiter Bugdi, Venus Antara is strong. You can see in this chart, the key planets of the Bugdi Lord or key planets of the Dasa Lord are not directly playing role in the Bugdi Lord. And Bugdi Lord's key planets are also not strongly playing role in the Antara Lord directly. They are playing in the supports. Here, Jupiter's Bugdilad's strong favorable key planet is Rahu, Mars, and Sun. Right? So Ketu also. Ketu, Sun, Rahu, and Mars. You can see Venus is a good key planet, that is fine, and Sun is playing role at the primary level, that is fine. Mars is playing role only at the last level, and Rahu playing role at the supports of all levels. So the good key planet Rahu is playing not as a ruler but in the supports, and other rulers are ruled by the strong favorable key planets. So that way, Jupiter Bugdi Venus Antra conception taken place. Then during after that 9 months pregnancy, during that period, Sun Dasa Jupiter Bugdi is over. Then Saturn Bugdi started. During Saturn Bugdi only the conception, that pregnancy was continuing. Whether Saturn is favorable, Saturn planet, let us check the Saturn signification. Saturn is mixed significator, and Saturn in the star of our strong favorable key planet Mars. Mars is good. And that the sublord is Saturn again repeated. So that Jupiter is supported for the pregnancy, that Bugdi Lord Saturn is continuing the pregnancy, whether it is favorable, yes, it is having some mixed signification, but supported by the important planet, star level planet Mars, that Mars is ruling at the support of the Saturn also. Sun is playing, Rahu is playing, Venus is playing. And though the 12 level planet has got weakness, but it is not there in the primary levels, only 2A level, and that level planet also not influencing the star lord. That way it is good. So that way Saturn Bugdi is supportive for the pregnancy and delivery also, despite some weakness, but star lord is good, and the star lord or the sublord also good. So that way all forming ruler link also. So in Saturn Bugdi, that conception, the pregnancy is going on. So during the 9 months, when the period is over, at the time of the delivery period, when it is coming that month was ruled by the Sun Antra. So the Sun Antra at the time of the delivery, it was running. So Sun Dasa, Saturn Bugdi, and Sun Antra. You can see that key planet of the Bugdi Lord in which the delivery happening, whether it is playing role in the Antra, which are the favorable key planets of the Bugdi Lord, Saturn is mixed one. So anyway, that Saturn is playing role at all levels as the Rasi Lord, right? And Saturn is getting the support from the Venus and Sun, Mars, Rahu. So that is favorable, but you can see Venus is also playing role. Venus, Rahu are playing role, and Venus also playing as the sublord for the Sun. So that key planets are playing role in the supports. So that way it is present, not directly it is playing, but all the key planets are playing at the ruler, and important key planets of the Bugdi Lord, it is not playing role at the ruler, but in the support it is playing. So that way, in this chart, the Dasa, Bugdi, Antara are connected to each other, especially through the supports. That we have to keep it in mind. So that native got the conception during the Sun Dasa, Jupiter Bugdi, and Venus Antara. And delivery happened after the 9 months period, Sun Dasa, Saturn Bugdi, and Sun Antara, right? So importantly, you can see this Saturn Bugdi star level is Mars. It is good and forming ruler link. Sun is in the sign of Saturn. Sublord is Venus. That Venus is also playing role. They are all favorable. So that way, Saturn Bugdi, Sanantra, that native got the baby. The one thing you have to keep it in mind, that Antra, the Bugdi Lord, which are all having that moon in its star lord, or moon itself is playing as the source planet, or moon is playing at the sublord. They are not favorable. Sublord no planet is having, but only 2A level is Saturn is having. So though it is having 2A level, that is fine, because 2A level is comparatively better, provided the other levels are favorable. So that way, Moon is having some weakness, but the previous level Mars is good, and next level Saturn supported by Mars, and again Mars is coming. So that way, that favorable key planets are playing, and unfavorable key planets also playing role, but only at the 2A level. That too, when the conception is taken place, moon is not playing role. Conception is taking place during the Jupiter Bugdi. That Jupiter Bugdi is initiated the conception. During that period, moon is not playing. Only in the continuation of the conception, the pregnancy was happening. Sorry, pregnancy was running. That time Saturn was running. Even then, their moon is not playing only at the 2A level and not forming rodal link to the other levels. So that way, that Jupiter supported for the conception and Saturn supported for the delivery, and during that Sun Antra supported for the delivery during its Sun Dasa, Saturn Bhukti, and Sun Antra. You see, when we are studying such tables, it is always recommended, if you have any doubt, just double click on this planet. You will open that EPS table. Saturn is having this signification supported by Mars, good key planet conjunction. Mars itself is the star lord, and 2A level has got some weakness, but that is good supported by the Mars again. Rahu also playing here, and sublord again Saturn is coming. So that way we can also easily get the each planet self-signification, along with that their support levels, their conjunction or aspect and all. So that way also we can look at the EPS table. So that facility is there on the PILT table, because sometimes in the key planets will be having mixed signification, and wherein all the key planets will have the strength through the supports only. So that way we can check the EPS table whenever we have a doubt, or we can do the combined study with the EPS table and PILT. That will be always useful. I think you're able to understand how to utilize the PILT table, and we'll meet in the next example. Good luck.